Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've had this one for a bit. I didn't want to rush and make a video, but I also don't really need 20 minutes to cover it, so here's a quick take that took a while to get to. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this great discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Alright, enough talk, let's get right into it.
Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer found themselves needing a personal vehicle for city life after discovering that walking a couple of miles for every errand was not sustainable. Our reviewer's journey began with a smaller, older electric bike from the same manufacturer. While that initial model was fantastic, its tiny wheels made maintenance a real hassle, especially when a flat tire occurred. The complexity of the rear wheel, with its integrated motor and wiring, made repair something local shops wouldn't touch, and the company's customer service proved unhelpful. Despite this poor support experience, our reviewer stuck with the brand for their next purchase due to the solid build of the bikes themselves. This new folding electric bike was an immediate visual upgrade, with sharper aesthetics and a more eye-catching design. Functionally, the biggest improvement was the removable battery, allowing for convenient off-bike charging and the option to carry a spare. The addition of a speedometer with different speed modes was also a welcome feature, providing more control than the all-or-nothing acceleration of the previous model. However, the experience was not without significant drawbacks. The most critical issue is the battery life, which this client found to be exceptionally poor. On a route where the old bike would retain half its charge, this new model would be nearly depleted. The advertised range feels misleading, as the battery struggles to last more than a few miles, particularly in hilly areas. Furthermore, while the acceleration is smoother, it lacks the initial torque of its predecessor, making quick starts from a standstill feel sluggish and frustrating. While this electric bike has some great new features and a superior design, its performance is severely hampered by the disappointing battery and lack of power, making it suitable only for very short commutes.
Awesome. Let's hear what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer believes this folding electric bike is in a class of its own when it comes to value for money. For its cost, they feel there is simply no competition, noting that you could easily purchase a spare battery or two and still come in well under the price of similar models. Our reviewer was particularly impressed with the battery life, consistently getting the full advertised range even in hilly terrain by assisting with pedaling. They found it was actually difficult to fully drain the battery on a typical ride, and having a spare in their backpack provided complete peace of mind. The ability to purchase these extra batteries so affordably was a major selling point, especially when compared to the high cost of batteries for custom-built bikes. Other standout features include a surprisingly bright headlight for night riding and a capable rear suspension system that smooths out the ride. This client also found it could conquer steep hills with some user effort and even serves as a great tool for a serious cardio workout. However, the experience isn't without its downsides. The most significant issue is the weight. Even as someone who lifts heavy weights regularly, they describe this folding bike as a beast to lug up and down stairs or into the back of a car. Comfort on longer rides is another area for improvement. While the suspension is great, the stock seat is quite uncomfortable and will likely need to be replaced by most commuters. Funnily enough, one of the final cons was that the bike gets too much attention. It looks and feels so much more premium than its price suggests that our reviewer constantly worries about it getting stolen. Ultimately, despite its substantial heft and the need for a new seat, the verdict is overwhelmingly positive. This is an awesome all-in-one solution that provides an experience that blows much more expensive competitors out of the water.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer has now put about 200 miles on this electric bike and remains very pleased with the purchase, noting that checking tire pressure can significantly impact its speed. They heartily recommend it as a commuting solution for those with shorter distances, particularly on mostly flat terrain. Our reviewer initially acquired this folding electric bike to navigate a 3-mile commute each way, primarily to avoid arriving at work as a sweaty mess on hot, humid days, and to bypass the substantial annual cost of parking. On a full charge, this mobility device easily handles the round trip at its higher speeds without any concern about losing power, and the recent availability of a spare battery is a welcome addition for individuals with longer commutes or those who experience range anxiety. A crucial piece of advice from this client for new owners is to always check tire pressure immediately after assembling the electric bike. The tires arrive underinflated, likely for shipping purposes, and failing to inflate them properly could lead to damage. Fortunately, assembly itself was remarkably straightforward and quick, taking only about 10 minutes, including the time spent unboxing it. While the overall construction feels solid and well-made, a few minor aspects were noted. The front LED light isn't particularly effective for low-light riding, the lock securing the battery feels somewhat cheap, and the horn lacks sufficient volume for alerting pedestrians. Additionally, the brakes occasionally squeak, though they reliably bring the device to a stop. Performance-wise, on its highest mode, this electric bike comfortably achieves speeds of around 18 miles per hour on flat ground for approximately 20 minutes. As the battery charge depletes to about half, the top speed in this mode adjusts to around 15 mph. On a lower power setting with a half charge, it still managed 6 miles at about 10 mph without any concern for power loss. An unexpected and enjoyable feature.
That's it for this one. If you found this helpful, tap that like button and subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Questions? Let's talk in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.